الحمد لله رب العالمين صلى الله وسلم على محمد وآله وصحبه وسلم. We are still studying the subject of inheritance, and we are in the chapter of the inheritance of the brothers and sisters, means aunts, uncles and aunts, and their children, cousins, and the like, with the grandfather, the paternal grandfather. And we have mentioned that when it comes to this affair, there are two opinions among the scholars. There is the opinion of the noble companion Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu, and also Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu, and other companions, about 14 to 16 companions of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And this is the opinion also of Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah, Taqiyuddin Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah, and also his student Imam al-Qayyim rahimahullah. And also this is the opinion of Shaykh Ibn Baz, Shaykh Ibn Uthaymeen rahimahumullah, and also our Shaykh al-Allama Shaykh Salih ibn Fawzan al-Fawzan, the author of this book. May Allah preserve him. And it seems, wallahu alam, even though those who follow this opinion, they are minority in comparison to the majority, but it seems, wallahu alam, that their opinion is stronger. طيب. So we're not going to go into that detail of that for now, but there is another opinion, which is the opinion of the majority of the scholars, which is the opinion of Zayd ibn Thabit radiallahu anhu, this noble companion from Al-Ansar, Zayd ibn Thabit. And this is the opinion of Imam Malik, because Abu Hanifa, he is with the first opinion. Imam Malik, Imam Shafi'i, and Imam Ahmed, and many, they follow this opinion, which is the opinion of the majority of the scholars, that the siblings, they inherit with the paternal grandfather. Okay, so now based on this opinion, the Sheikh, he mentioned this opinion as well. Reason being, because the student of knowledge must be aware of the other opinions as well. In case there is an issue, something like that, he knows how to resolve that issue of inheritance. Because in certain countries, they follow those madahib. If they're like, for example, if you happen to be in a country where they follow the madhab of Imam Abu Hanifa, they're going to go with the first opinion. And say the siblings, they are blocked by the grandfather, right? But if you are in a country where they follow the second opinion, then they're not going to be blocked. They're going to inherit along with him. That way, it's very important to know. But the Sheikh, he said, according to this opinion, there are three cases of the siblings existing with the paternal grandfather. So remember, now we know these categories. First, they may be full siblings. They may be full siblings. Means that they pertain to the deceased from his mother's side and father's side, both. So these are full siblings, full brothers. Second, they may be paternal half-sibling, meaning that there are his brothers from his father's side only. The third, they may include both types, full siblings and paternal half-sibling, means they're mixed. Some of them are full, some of them are paternal. It's very important to know. So all of them inherit. In this respect, if the siblings with the paternal grandfather are either full or paternal half sibling, the grandfather has two cases with them. One thing you need to know, the grandfather has the priority. You must know that. Even the second opinion, they give the grandfather the more share than the siblings. They give him more share than the siblings. They always look at his benefit, at his advantage more. طيب. So the first case he has with them when it comes to inheritance, that when there is no other heir by virtue of prescribed share. Okay, what does this mean? It means like there are heirs. Heirs means inheritors. That's what heirs mean. So heirs means those who will inherit. So if there are no inheritors who have shares, means in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He gave them shares. For example, the wife and the husband. The wife and the husband. Okay, now the husband, he has two shares. He has two shares. Either he gets half or he gets 1/4. Either he gets half or he gets 1/4. طيب. He gets half in case there are no children. I'll give an example. A woman passes away. She leaves a husband. Right? She leaves a father and a mother. Then the husband gets how much? How much does the husband get? He gets half. He gets half. And the father gets how much? The mother gets how much?
1/3.
And the father gets the rest of it. Is that clear? Okay, these are called shareholders because Allah specifically mentioned their share in the Quran. Okay, because when it comes to the heirs, there are those who are shareholders. They have a share in the Quran, Allah specifically mentioned. Right? Like the case I gave, the husband either gets half or he gets 1/4. The wife either gets 1/4 if there are no kids. She gets 1/8 if there are kids. Okay, these are specific shares. So the Sheikh is saying if there is no other heir by virtue of prescribed share, there's nobody. Like for example, the deceased, he dies. He did not leave a wife. Okay? He did not leave a daughter. He lived nobody. No father, no mother. Okay? Did he leave any heir that inherit by the share? Did he leave any? No. He did not. He did not. There are none. Okay, see, this is what he's talking about. Okay, so if this is the case, in such case, there are three cases for the paternal grandfather as follows. Okay. A, when the muqasama, what is al-muqasama? What is al-muqasama? Anybody knows what it is? Al-muqasama comes from the word qasama. Comes from the word what? Qasama. And qasama is to divide. Okay? If you have like money and you want to divide it, right? To share. Yeah. To share. Basically, you can share. So when al-muqasama entitles the paternal grandfather to get more than 1/3 of the estate, The criterion of this case is that the siblings' share is less than double the paternal grandfather. You get it? So now, if they're going to share, and sharing is more preferable to him, then he goes by the sharing. You get it? So whatever case is good for him, then he goes with that. You get it? طيب.
No. But this is only with the second opinion, right?
This is with the second opinion. Yes. طيب. So, for example, their share can be equal to 1.5 of the paternal grandfather's share, or less than that. This case involves 5 forms. So remember this. 1, the deceased paternal grandfather and 1 sister. Okay, the man, he dies. He leaves only the grandfather, and he leaves 1 sister. He leaves 1 sister. Clear? طيب. So the paternal grandfather, he gets 2/3 of the estate. He gets 2/3 of the estate. So for example, if there was $100,000, how much does he get?
60. How much money?
Yeah, 100,000. How much does he get?
Is that 66,000?
Yes, he gets 66,000. Yes. And then the sister gets the rest. She gets the rest. So he gets double. He always gets double. طيب. Second, the paternal grandfather and 1 brother. In this case, the grandfather gets 1/2 of the estate. Okay? He gets 1/2 of the estate. Okay, what's the difference between the sister and the brother?
The sister gets half of what the brother gets.
Yes, exactly. And the brother gets?
Double of what the sister gets.
Right. And in this case, the grandfather and the sister, the grandfather and the brother, how much does he get in case there is a sister of the deceased? He gets double of what she gets. So he gets double share of what she gets. Okay? But in the case of a brother, does he get double? Or does he get half? He gets half. And the other half goes to where? No, brother. Don't get confused. So the deceased, he dies. In the first case, he leaves a sister and a grandfather. So in this case, how much does the grandfather get? A double of what? Double share of what? Of the sister. $150,000, how much does he get? No. 150,000. He gets 100,000. It's easy. So he gets 100,000, she gets 50,000. He gets double of what she gets. It's very simple. طيب. Now, in case there is a brother, how much does he get? Let's say 150,000. How much does he get? It's 150,000. It's not 200. No, 150,000. How much does he get? 75,000. And then the brother gets how much? 75,000. طيب, so now we understand now. Is that clear? Okay, number 2. No, number three. Sorry, number three. The paternal grandfather and two sisters. And two sisters. Not one sister. Two sisters. Yep. In this case, he gets half of the estate. He always gets more. Remember that. He gets half of the estate, similar to the second form, which is with the brother. Which is with the brother. Second form means with the brother, in case the deceased leaves a brother. Which is more than 1/3. Which is more than 1/3. طيب. So now we understand this. Okay, clear?
With the last scenario,
Okay,
grandfather and then two sisters.
two sisters. He gets half.
He get half, and other half the two sisters divide.
They divide it. So here, in this case, he gets more. He still gets more. طيب. Number 4, the paternal grandfather and 3 sisters. And 3 sisters. In this case, he gets 2/5, which are more than 1/3. Which are more than 1/3. Is that clear? So he gets 2/5, which are more than 1/3.
If there's 3 or more siblings.
If there are 3 or more.
His share get reduced because there is 3 sisters.
Yes, exactly. Now we get it. طيب. Number 5. The paternal grandfather and 1 brother and 1 sister. Uncle and aunts. طيب. In this case, the grandfather gets 2/5, just like the 4th case. Is that clear? طيب. B. When the paternal grandfather gets 1/3 of the estate, whether through al-muqasama means sharing or not. The criterion for this case is that the siblings' share is double the paternal grandfather's share. This case involves 3 forms. The deceased paternal grandfather and 2 brothers. The paternal grandfather and 1 brother and 2 sisters. 3. The paternal grandfather and 4 sisters. In this form, the paternal grandfather gets 1/3 of the estate. Because here, 1/3 is better for him. Is better for him. Whether through al-muqasama, which is sharing, or not. With regard to this issue, there is disagreement among the scholars whether the paternal grandfather is to receive his share, which is 1/3, through al-muqasama, sharing, as an agnate relative, or receive it as a prescribed share. Okay, because the grandfather, he inherits by share or by agnate. Right or wrong? By share, how much is his share? If there are no kids, how much does he get? 1/3. He gets 1/3. But if there are kids, he gets 1/6. Like the grandfather. The grandmother, same thing. The grandmother, grandfather, same thing. طيب. The paternal grandfather is to receive his share, which is 1/3, through al-muqasama, as an agnate relative, or receive it as a prescribed share. Or that he is to be given the option to receive it through either of the 2 ways. Some scholars give preponderance to the opinion that the paternal grandfather is to receive 1/3 of the estate as a prescribed share, because that's his prescribed share in the Quran. So he gets 1/3. rather than the muqasama, which is to divide. This is because considering the prescribed share, whenever possible, is worthier, for the prescribed share has more consideration. Moreover, those entitled to prescribed share are given precedence, given preponderance to the agnate relatives. And Allah, exalted be He, knows best. طيب. C. When 1/3 of the estate yields more than the share that the paternal grandfather will get through al-muqasama sharing. In this case, the paternal grandfather gets 1/3 of the estate as a prescribed share. This is when the siblings' share is more than double his share. So it's better for him to get 1/3. However, there are no limited forms for such a case, unlike the two previous cases. The least number in such a case is the existence of the deceased paternal grandfather and 2 brothers and 1 sister, or the paternal grandfather and 5 sisters, or the paternal grandfather and 1 brother and 3 sisters, and upward. The second case, when there is one entitled to a prescribed share beside the deceased paternal grandfather and sibling, there are 7 cases for the paternal grandfather as follows. A. He is to get his share through al-muqasama, which means sharing and dividing. B. He is to get 1/3 of the remainder of the estate after the prescribed shares are distributed. C. He is to get 1/6 of the estate. D. When his share through al-muqasama is equal to 1/3 of the remainder. When his share through al-muqasama is equal to 1/6 of the estate. When his prescribed 1/6 of the estate is equal to 1/3 of the remainder. G. When his share through al-muqasama is equal to 1/6 of the estate as well as 1/3 of the remainder. To tackle these cases in detail, they are as follows. A. The paternal grandfather is to get his share through al-muqasama when his share through al-muqasama is more than 1/3. So basically what he's saying to you, okay, now if he gets 1/3, he's going to get less. So what does he do? He divides with them. Because if he divides with them, he will get more than 1/3. So it is better for him in this case, al-muqasama, to divide. طيب. After the prescribed shares are distributed. Prescribed shares means those who have specific share. They take their share first. As well as 1/6 of the estate. An example of this case is when the deceased has left a husband. So basically left a husband, a woman died. A woman died. She left a husband. A paternal grandfather and 1 brother. Now there are how many? How many did she leave? Damien. How many did she leave? Okay. She left.
My math isn't so great.
She left 3. 3. She left a husband, paternal grandfather, and a brother. 3. That's what she left. طيب. That is when the prescribed share amounts to half the estate that goes to the husband. Because in this case, the husband gets how much? Half. Why does he get half? Because there are no kids. You get it? So the husband gets 1/2. So we have to start with him first. So he gets 1/2. So how much is left? Half. So if half is taken, half is left. So now this half is going to be divided between the paternal grandfather and the brother of the deceased. Okay? her brother, because the woman dies. طيب? Now, in this case, the paternal grandfather is to get his share through al-muqasama, dividing, as the remainder of the estate is 1/2. After giving 1/2 of the husband, this remaining half is to be equally divided between the paternal grandfather and the brother.
So nothing is left.
Nothing is left.
Okay, I'm going to clarify.
Yes.
In the first opinion,
Now,
it would just be the husband and the woman's father.
that's it.
But in this opinion, the brother and the father get.
And the paternal grandfather, they share.
Okay.
They share it. Yes. Now, but if it was a woman, the grandfather will get double share of what she gets. It's a man, no, he doesn't get double share. So they divide it equally. طيب? So the remainder half is to be equally divided between the paternal grandfather and the brother. No doubt that 1/4 of the estate is more than either 1/3, right or wrong, of the remainder, or 1/6 of the estate. Which one is better? 1/4 or 1/3 or 1/6? Which one is better? No. Remember, he's going to get how much?
1/3.
No, they're going to divide it. He's going to get 1/4. Okay, probably. Okay, now the deceased, the woman dies. She leaves a husband, grandfather, paternal grandfather, and a brother. طيب.
Husband get a half on that case.
Yes, and then
The grandfather get it, whatever left over the half, and the brother get half.
he gets 1/4.
The brother or grandfather?
1/4, 1/4.
1/4, yes.
So it is. Which one is better, 1/4 or 1/3?
1/4.
That's what the sheikh wants to say. You get it. So it is better for him to divide it than to get his known share. Because if he gets his known share, he's going to get less. You get it? So it's better for him not to get 1/3, to get 1/4. So that is better for him. So the Sheikh, he said, no doubt that 1/4 of the estate is more than either 1/3 or the remainder or the 1/6 of the estate. No doubt. Thus, the estate is to be divided as follows: 1/2 for the husband, as prescribed share. 1/4 is for the paternal grandfather, and 1/4 is for the brother. This is the illustrated following table. Okay, here we go. Your brothers can look at it. See it? It's right there.
Got it.
You see? That's the share. That's the share. So inshallah, we will stop here, because this knowledge, you have to go easy on it. That way you can absorb it. So if you try to rush it, you're not going to get it. So we have to go easy little by little until we absorb it. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us all beneficial knowledge and righteous action. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallim.